Y'all sit down, lie down, squat down, but I'm back. Belle Tellz. And I'm going to show you all how I make my sour cream chicken enchiladas. Okay, so what you're going to need is flour tortillas, a pack of 10 of them, 2 rotisserie chickens, fresh minced garlic, 2 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, or 1/16 ounce sour cream. You're going to need some butter and 2 small onions or 1 large onion. All right, so I'm going to first start by chopping up the onions. Actually, no. Let's first start by deboning the chicken. Let's first do that, and then we're going to need to shred the cheese. Okay, so one thing I forgot while I'm deboning this chicken is you're also going to need chicken broth and some seasoning. I typically will just do these seasonings. So the seasoning is the chicken pollo, or I think that's how you say it. The onion powder, salt, and pepper to taste. And I'll show you when we put it in. All right, as you can see, we've deboned the chicken. Now I am going to shred the cheese, and then we're going to season up this chicken. All right, so we've got 1 8-ounce block of cheese done. So now let's season the chicken. All right, so I'm going to start off with this one, chicken pollo. And then I am going to add in the onion seasoning, the salt, and then the pepper. And I literally do not measure out my seasoning. I do it to taste. So that's my advice to you. Just do it to taste. All right, so I've got the seasoning completely done on that chicken. And so now we're going to take it to the baking dish. All right, so the first thing we're going to do with the baking dish is I'm going to coat it with butter. All right, so we're going to take a flour tortilla. Add some chicken, like so. Add some cheese, like so. Now I'm going to roll it up. Now that we have it completely rolled up, we're going to place it in the baking dish. And we're just going to continue till we get it completely full, all the way down. Now, as you can see, that baking dish is completely full, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tortillas left. So I'm just going to do a smaller baking dish, repeat the same process. Okay, so as you can see, this baking dish is buttered down. We're going to repeat the same process, and then we're going to go over there and start making the sauce. All right, so we got them all in there. So let's start making the sauce. So I'm going to first start by heating up my cast iron skillet. And then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter. And while that is melting, I'm going to chop up the onions. Also, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. Something else I wanted to point out, your sour cream, you want it to be at room temperature because you're going to have to add it to a hot skillet. Granted, we're going to remove it for about 5 minutes to let the skillet kind of cool down before we add the sour cream. All right, first onion is chopped up. Let's go check and see if that cast iron skillet's ready. All right, so I'm going to add the first chopped onion, and then while that is cooking, I'll add the second chopped onion. All right, y'all, so we're going to cook these onions till they're just about caramelized. All right, now that we've got those onions cooked down, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic. All right, we've added that garlic. Now I'm going to give it a good stir. And so now we're going to add some flour. Now the flour is just going to be enough to coat the onions. And I'm going to show you how I normally do it. All right, we've got the onions and garlic coated, and that was about 1/4 of a cup of flour. I'm going to give that a stir, and then we're going to start adding in the chicken broth slowly. And I'll show you, and you're going to make it to a roux. So we've stirred it around. Now I'm going to start adding the chicken broth. And I don't measure it. I just add it to the consistency of the thickness I want it to be before I add the sour cream. All right, so that's the first little bit of chicken broth. And I may have to get a bigger pan because you're going to have a heck of a lot more chicken broth in this. So you've just got to keep stirring it. And I'm going to add some of the same seasoning we used to season the chicken. I'm going to add in the sauce. So there's the seasoning. I'm going to stir it. As you can see, it's starting to get thick, so we're going to need to add more chicken broth. All right, y'all, so I wound up using the whole 32 ounces of chicken broth. I'm going to stir that up, and then we're going to take it off the burner and let it set for 5 minutes. And I guess I did need to get a bigger pan. All right, y'all, so we've got it where I want it. I'm going to take it off this burner. Oh, actually, I've turned the burner off. I'm just going to take it completely off, let it set for 5 minutes, and then we're going to spoon in the sour cream and stir it around. All right, y'all, now we're going to add 16 ounces of sour cream, stir it in, and then we go from there. All right, so we've added the sour cream, and I'm going to stir it around. Stir it in real good. All right, and as you can see, I've got that sour cream stirred in, and we're going to just start adding it. I just pour it over the top of the enchiladas. All right, as you can see, I've got it poured over the top of the enchiladas, and I'm going to kind of separate the enchiladas a little bit to get this, make sure the sauce is completely coated, all of them. All right, let me show you what I mean. So I'm just kind of sticking my spoon down in there, moving it to make sure it gets completely down, completely coated. And then we're going to do another, pour some more over the top of it. And then we'll do the next one, the next baking dish. All right, so we've gotten all the sauce poured all over the enchiladas. The next thing we're going to do is now add that last block of cheese, the last 8 ounce, and we're just sprinkle it over the top. All right, y'all, so that's what it looks like. We're going to pop it in the oven for 30 minutes, and then I'll show you the final product. All right, y'all, so that's it. They are finished, my sour cream chicken enchiladas. All right, y'all, please and thank yous are a must. Smile never hurt no one. Be cognizant of the things you say and how you say them, because kindness is priceless. Bye, y'all.